This is the Lowepro StreamLine Sling. Hi, Dan from your diary, and today we're going to take a look at the StreamLine Sling from Lowepro. This bag has an MSRP of $49.99, and it is part of their new StreamLine lineup of bags. If you like a sling style bag and you tend to carry a tablet and a small mirrorless camera and a few other accessories, this may be a really good option for you, especially since it comes in at under $50. So let's take a look around the bag, and you can decide for yourselves if this might be something that would suit your needs and your style. So as you can see, it's relatively small. It weighs just 0.88 pounds, so it's under a pound. It has the Lowepro name right here. And if we take a look around the bag, first off, there's a pocket here with some elastic for a water bottle, but you can also put other items in here as well, and the elastic will keep them from falling out unless you literally dump it upside down. Here at the front, you've got a zipper, and you've got this pull here, and if you open up the pull, you get a small space for a phone or a wallet. I've been keeping my wallet in here, and a few other items. It's not huge, but it's certainly not tiny by any stretch. Here, there's a pull that comes down pretty much the length of the bag, and it's lined on both sides really nicely with a nice amount of padding here and a little bit of padding over here. This will fit up to a 10-inch tablet. I've been keeping my iPad mini inside when I've been using it, and it works like a charm, keeps my iPad right within reach, but also safely tucked away. Here on the back, you've got a grab handle, nothing fancy, just a ribbon handle, but it's great for picking the bag up instead of having to grab for the shoulder strap. And then you've got one shoulder strap. It is attached right at the center, and you can see that it has the StreamLine Sling name right here. This is a standard feature on Lowepro bags telling you what the bag is. The shoulder strap itself is nicely padded along the first portion of it, and then it's simply webbing down here. On the inside, you can see that there's padding and a little bit of wicking material, which is really nice, and a decent buckle here that is plastic, but it's very, very sturdy. Over here is something that I haven't seen on a lot of bags, and I really like it. This little doohickey thing here actually keeps the extra portion of the ribbon of the shoulder strap out of the way. It just keeps it so it doesn't flop around quite so much. So let me pull it down a little bit and you'll see how this works. It actually is pretty tight on the bag, which is a good thing. But you can move this down and it holds the strap here so it doesn't flop up and down when you're running around, which is a nice feature, and you can actually over time lower it down. It's just very, very tight, so it would take a little bit of doing. The point of attachment here, very smart, really good design. Lowepro included this extra bit of material so that the juncture here, the joint here between the ribbon and the shoulder strap, doesn't actually come in contact with you, but rather you get this nice continuation of the padded portion, and it keeps this buckle away from you, which makes it really comfortable. There's a nice amount of padding here too, and this material will wick away. Not too much because they didn't want to make the bag too heavy. Coming over here, you actually, when you unzip this, get the main section of the bag, and it is pretty generous. And what's a really nice feature in here that I didn't realize at first is that the camera compartment only comes so deep, which makes it easier to get things out of the bag, which is a good thing, but also it means that you can keep, this is a pair of Jabra headphones. They actually were sitting down in this portion of the bag behind the camera pocket, so that this is actually a bigger space than you actually initially think it is. So initially, and it doesn't open up any more than this, so it's hard to see, but initially I thought it only came to here and was only this portion of the bag. It's not, because it goes all the way down at the rear. In addition, again, hard to see because it doesn't open up, there is this mesh pocket here so you can see what's inside, which is perfect for cables and other small accessories you don't want to get thrown in the bag and lost. The camera compartment is right here. So it unzips, and here's my Sony NEX6 inside. It is a relatively small camera compartment. You do get one divider with it, and it's really not large enough to have more than one divider. It would have been nice to have an extra one, but honestly, I don't know if that would have been really practical considering how small this compartment is. So this is really about taking something like the NEX6, putting it inside, and then putting your extra lens or your flash if you use an external flash, or your microphone if you use an external microphone in here, and then zipping it up. Where this design comes in really nice is that It goes along with some of the other backpacks we've seen, which are quick access. So you can wear the sling on your back like this. It's very comfortable. Your hands are free. Really, really nice. And then if you need your gear, you simply swing this around in front of you, and your camera's right here. And in fact, I found this really useful earlier today when I was taking some pictures, because you don't have to take the pack off, unzip it, etc., but you also don't need to keep your camera out all the time. You can actually have it in the sling and then very quickly unzip, pull it out, take your shot, put it back, zip it up, flip the sling around your back, and you're off doing your thing again. This is the Lowepro StreamLine Sling, part of the new StreamLine lineup of bags from Lowepro. It has an MSRP of $49.99, and it's available now. We'll have a link to purchase this in the notes below this video, as well as in the full review over on GearDiary.com. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and when you go over to Gear Diary, subscribing to our newsletter. This is Dan for Gear Diary. Thanks for watching.